Let us solve the exercise number 2 in the part B of C# lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to design and implement a Windows form application in C# to calculate and display the employee salary details using the given condition. The condition is if the basic is less than 20,000, then the DA is 40%, H.R.A. is 10%, and the Provident Fund is 12%, professional tax is 100. If the basic is greater than 20,000, then the DRA, the dearness allowance value changes, and H.R.A. value changes, and PF changes, as well as the professional tax also changes. And then they have given you the condition how to calculate the gross and H.R.A. as well as the net. They said that the form should allow the user to input the employee ID, employee name, date of birth, and basic pay using the appropriate controls such as the text box, the date and time picker. Then they said there must be a calculate button, and when you click on this calculate button, you should display the calculated values in an appropriate controls, and the controls that they said is only the read-only text box or the labels. So this is what they have asked us. So let's go ahead and let's show the values. So I'm going to go to the Visual Studio, and I will click on the file, and I'm going to click on the new project. So I will click on the new project, and I'm going to click on the Windows form for my reference. And then I'm situated that you are in the C#, not in the VB or any other option. So you are doing it in the C#. And then I'm going to call it as emp salary. You can give any name for this project. The name is optional. You can call it with any name, but the situation that you save it at a proper location. When you create it, Windows the Visual Studio will create a default form for it, and we are going to work on this default form. First of all, I'm going to go to this edge over here, so this edge over here, and I'm going to click and make it slightly wider. So that is done. Then I'm going to go to the toolbox, and I'm going to click on this toolbox. Now, if the toolbox is not visible, click on the view, and somewhere you're going to see the toolbox here. And in this toolbox, what is the one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this toolbox over here. So you notice that there is auto hide option is there. This is pin, it is not X. So pin it, and it's going to get stuck here. And if you unpin it, it's going to go back. So I'm going to pin it here, not to close. So I'm going to pin it over here. And I'm going to search for label. So I'm going to just type LAB, and I'm going to just drag this label and keep it here. So label is done. In front of it, I'm going to get a text box. So I'm going to type text box here, TEX3, and you see this text box has come. And I'm going to just put this here. Now, what is this used for? This will be used to accept the employee ID. So I'm going to get the employee ID. After this, I have to get the employee name using the next label and the next text box. The toughest way is to again type label here and then drag it, and text box and drag it. The easiest way is to go to the label over here, what you have here, and click outside. So I'm going to just show you how it is done. So you see here, so click outside, you have empty place here, click and drag. Either you can drag it like this, you can drag it from here, you can drag it like this, anywhere you can drag it. See to it that both of them are selected. You see how you see a border, dashed border around it. That means it is both of them are selected. So make the selection of both of them. Control C to copy. So make a copy. Control C to copy. Click outside. See, you see this. These two are selected now. So just click outside. When you click outside, that selection is gone, and you paste it. Control V to paste it. So this is simple as that. You get the second label. Now go in middle of this. Don't click here and there. Don't go in middle of this. You can go here or here, both of them. So both of them are selected. If you have clicked outside, just to select them again. So this is how you select it. Select them again. Okay. So click and drag it, and you select them again. And go in middle, and then drag and leave it here. Okay. So this is simple as that. So you got the second label, and this is going to hold the employee name. Next, I have date of birth. So next thing that I'm going to get is the date of birth. For this, I need a label. So I'm going to select this label alone, see how it is done. So click here and then just select this label. Control C to copy it. You see that a dashed border around it. That means it is selected. Control C to copy it. Click outside. Control V to paste it. Drag and leave it over here. Okay, so it is as simple as that. Now I want the date and time picker. Now if you can't do it, just search for the label and drag it here. So one and the same. So, but this will be more time consuming because that is much easier to do it as compared to the other one. Now I want the date time picker. So I'm going to say date time. So you just type date and you get this date time picker. Click and just drag and leave it in front of it. So you got this date and time picker. The next thing that they have asked us is to get the basic pay. So I'm going to go and again select one of the labels. See here, you can select the top one or bottom one. Don't select both of them. So just click here and select one set here, not both the sets. So if you click and select both of them will select it. Just click outside to unselect it. So click here and then select it. If you don't want, just click outside, it will get unselected. So select two of them. So you got two of them. Control C to copy it. Click outside, it gets unselected. Control V to paste it and just go here. See the mouse pointer. It is four-headed arrows. When it is four-headed arrows, see to it that you have selected both of them. See, if you just click on here, only one of them will be selected, and if you move, only label will move. See to it that you select both of them. So select it, click and drag and select it. Make a border around it by clicking outside here. Click and then drag and leave it here. So you got the this is for the basic pay. Next we need a button. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to type BUT and you get this button. Just click the button and just drag it and leave it over here. Okay. Last thing I want is a label, and I already have the label. So I'm going to just select this label. You can select any of the labels. So just to select this label. So click and just make a box around this label only. Control C to copy it. The label is copied. Click outside. Control V to paste it. And then just get this label and keep it here. So just keep this label here so that we are going to show all the details in this place itself. So if you want, you can just reduce the size of it just to make it appear beautiful. So let us fix each and every one of them. First of all, I'm going to remove these things. Now don't click on the X mark, unpin it. So you have this pin here, just unpin it. So unpin this one and it's going to go to the other side. Now click on this label, first label, and right click on it and go to its properties. So click first, right click here and go to the properties. So this is how we are going to do it. So go to the properties of this label. So go here and go to the properties of that label. And then first of all, I want is the employee ID. So I'm going to start with the employee ID. So this is the employee ID. I'm going to just copy it and just paste it over here so that it is easier for me. So employee ID. If you notice that it is coming on the top, just click here and then make a place. So just click and drag it so that you can make a beautiful looking form there. Next one is the employee name. I'm going to go here and select the next one. That is the employee name. Assume that I'm typing this one. So I'm reducing the typing time. So just right click here, go to properties. Again, you can pin this property by clicking on here, so that property will remain here. So if you go to this properties and then just pin it here, so you can pin this property so that it will stay there for a longer time. So otherwise, every time you have to click and do and so forth. So select this text of this one. So remember, you are changing the text of the label to, and then just type. Assume that I'm typing it. So I just typed the employee name. As usual, if it is not appearing properly, just to drag it here and maybe make it slightly longer for the employee name. Next one is just this label, and that label happens to be date of birth. Again, I'm going to just copy it from here so that I can easily do it. So click on this one label. If it is property is not visible, right click and go to the properties and it will be visible. Now as of now I have it. You see to it that it is the label 3 and the text of this label 3. You see I'm changing the text of it. So just change the text of it. And you have the date of birth. Again, if it is coming onto the other side, you can just make them look beautiful. That's it. Okay, so you notice that it is showing you the guidelines so that you know where you are putting the content. So you can just pull it here and maybe pull it this side, make it beautiful. Next part is the basic pay. So I'm going to just say basic, Control C from here, and I'm just pasting it from there. So click on this label, right click and go to the properties, and you have this label 4, and this is basic. I'm going to make it as a basic pay. So you have the basic pay with you. So just make this one. And the name of the button is calculate. So you have this button name is calculate. So let me just click here. And I'm going to click on this button. Again, right click and go to the properties. This is button 1 and I'm changing the text properties. So I'm always changing the text properties here. So I'm changing the text of this button as calculate. So button is there. If you want to, you see here, if the button is appearing smaller, you can go to the border over here and make it slightly larger. So you can size it by going, you see the two-headed arrow. So when you click on drag it, it's going to change it. Four-headed arrow means you are moving it. So when you get four-headed arrow, you're moving it. Two-headed arrow, you are resizing it. Now you have the label 5. I'm going to just keep this label 5 and I'm going to delete this label 5's text property later. At the end, I'm going to remove it, not now, because let it be there so that I know what I'm supposed to do it. Now, what are the things that we are supposed to do it? So what they've said is when you click on this one, you are supposed to do the calculation. So when you click on it, let's do the calculation. So I'm going to go here to my calculate button here. So this is my calculate button. Double click on that calculate button, not the form, the button. So double click on this button. 2 times you click it and you get the button dot click option. So anytime you can switch between the form and the CS code like this. Okay. If you have closed by accidentally, if you have closed it, go to the Solution Explorer and you have both of them, form.cs and form. You can always get to that particular property. So I'm going to just close it here. So I've closed it here. Now how do I, let me just save it. How do I get them back? Okay, to get them back, let me just close this one also. Everything is closed. How do I get it? Just double click on this form.cs. You got this form.cs. Again, go to the Solution Explorer. So you have this program.cs. Double click on it, and you get to the properties of it. Now, if you're getting confused, what is this and so on so forth, just go to this form.cs. Just close them. Just close this one also. Double click on this form.cs. Again, double click on the calculate, and you are there at that same position. So that's simple as that. If you close it, you can always get them back. Again, for those students who don't know, if you don't find a solution explorer, what am I going to do? Go to the view and then go for the solution explorer, and it's going to come there. Okay. So now coming back to the story, what are the things that we are supposed to do it? The first thing that we are supposed to do it is we must know what is the basic salary. So what is the basic that we are supposed to do? Where am I going to copy type this basic? So I'm going to type the basic in this text box. So just look at that text box. That's very, very critically important. Some students, you don't do this one. So go here, and this is very important. Go to the properties of it and see what is the name of this text box. Name of the text box is textbox.3, and you're going to type it in the textbox.3, not in the textbox.2 or not in the textbox.1. So you must be extremely careful about the names of it. They are the variables names. Again, you have a provision of changing the name. I'm not going to do this one, changing the name of the text box and other things during the examination. Don't do it because you are not given a very complicated programs there. So when I'm going to type my content in the textbox.3 and I'm going to use the textbox.3. So I'm going to get the basic. I will use the data type as double. So double basic. How do I get this basic? I have this textbox.textbox3. So I'm going to use the down arrow and press enter dot text. So I got the text here. Remember, this cannot work. So I have to convert it into double. So you know very well, double dot pass. So I'm going to convert this whole text box, whatever that is typed there. I'm going to convert it into text. So that is done. Then I need a few variables. What are the few variables? I need a DA, H.R.A, PF, PT, gross, net. All these variables I'm going to declare one after the other. I'm going to declare all the variables. I'm going to say double. So one is DA and next one is H.R.A. Then I have the professional tax, the provident fund, gross, and net. All these things I have created. All these variables I have created. Now the question that comes over here is this one. If the basic is less than 20,000, so this is 2,000, 20,000. If the basic is less than 20,000, so if I'm going to say basic is less than or equal to 20,000, this is 2,000, this is 20,000. What am I supposed to do it? If the basic is less than 20,000, what is that I am supposed to do it? They have given some conditions. So DA is 40%, H.R.A is 10% of basic. So let me calculate that. So DA is 10% is 0.10. So I will take 0.1 into basic. So that is done. And H.R.A is, so what they have said, I think basic is not 0.1%, basic is 40%. So basic is 40%, H.R.A is 10%. So let's go with that. This is 40 is 4.4, H.R.A is 0.1 into basic. So done with this. So 0.4 of basic and 0.1 of, the 0.1 of basic. So this is it. So these two. 40 and 10 done. And then provident is 12% of gross. Now they said that it is 12% of gross. How to calculate gross? Gross is basic plus DA plus H.R.A. So let me just calculate the gross here. So I'm going to say gross is, what is it? Basic plus DA plus H.R.A. So this is done. Okay. Now provident fund is, what is that they said? Provident fund is 12% of gross. So provident fund is 12% of gross. Let me go to my Visual Studio. So 12 is 0.12 into gross. Done. What's the next thing that we are supposed to calculate? And PT is, that is professional tax is 100. So professional tax is 100. So let's go here. PT is 100. Directly they have given. So this is what we are supposed to do it. And then we are supposed to calculate the net here. That is net is gross minus PT minus that. I will do it later once I get these values. So what this is the, if the basic is less than 20,000. Otherwise, if it is not less than 20,000, what they said is if it is more than 20,000, so you can again type else if, but I'm going to type else here. The reason is otherwise, for anything greater than, see, this is less than 20,000. Anything greater than 20,000, this is what they have said. So otherwise, so even though they said that if the basic is less than, but this is an obvious condition. If it is not less than this, it must be more than this. So it's as simple as that. They have some values for DA, H.R.A, and so on and so forth. I'm going to copy this one. So I'm going to just select it, Control C from here, Control C from here. And I'm going to paste it here because the only thing, so Control selected, Control C from here, Control V to this point. And what is this? DA is 10%, H.R.A is 15%. So this is DA, sorry, this DA is 50%, H.R.A is 15%. So DA is 0.5, 50%, H.R.A is 15%. So done. And what about the next one? So a provident fund is again 12% only. I think this is going to be a typo. They should have changed it. Anyhow, they have set it 12%. And the professional tax is 150. So this is going to be 150. So these are the only condition that they have specified. Let me come out of this if statement and let me calculate the net. So what is the net? Net is gross minus, the formula is given here, gross minus PT minus PF. So let me calculate that. Gross minus PT minus Here, done with it. So we have done all the calculations. Now it is the time to show this content into the label which is over here. So I have to switch to this label. I have to show this in this label. That's the only thing I'm supposed to do it. I'm going to create a label here. So a string here, not the label. So I'm going to say string, and I'm going to say employee salary. Okay. Anything, any variable x, y, z, the PQR, you can take it. It is not that it is really something that has to be like this only. So what is the first thing? First thing is we are going to show the employee ID. So I'm going to say employee ID. Okay. And what is the employee ID? Where will I get this employee ID? Employee ID is there in the text box. So be very, very careful. What is the name of the text box makes a lot of difference, because this is the variable that it is using. So right click and then verify that it is text box 1. Some of you, what you're doing is you add one text box and just delete it. Then this will become text box 2, text box 3, and so on. These numbers may vary, so check that you have the same text box with you. If this number is text box 2 or text box 10 or 15 or 99, use that name itself. Don't just blindly copy from what I am typing over here. Okay, for me it is text box 1. In your case it may be text box 99. So just use right click here, go to the property of that text box and just see what is the name of it. That this name you're going to use it over here. So this is going to be the text box 1.text, because it is, in my case, that's the text box. Okay, after that I'm going to take it in the next line. Okay, then I'm going to use plus. I will write it in the next line. You can type the whole thing in the one single line. I'm not doing it so that it is easier for me to just demonstrate to you that what I'm typing. So then I'm going to just select this, Control C to copy it and Control V to paste it. Okay. Next one is employee name here. So remember again, when you are going here, go to this one and then check what is the name of this text box. Right click and go to its property and ensure that this is the same name that you're typing there. In my case, it is text box 2. In your case, it may be text box number 10. So this is text box 2. Again, you've already copied it, Control V to paste it. You don't have to again copy paste and again do the same old thing. Next one is the date of birth. So I'm going to type date of birth. Now date of birth, where is this date of birth? It is not in this one. Okay, it is not available in the text box. Where is it available? It is available in this one. What is the name of it? Right click on here, go to its property and then check. It is DateTimePicker 1. Remember, in your case this may be DateTimePicker 99. So be careful what name is coming here, use that name. Some of you, what you're doing is you are having a very different name here and you try to use a very different name here. This is not going to work. So in my case, DateTimePicker 1. Okay, then you cannot simply take the text over here. I'm going to take a different one. I will go to the value of it. I will take the value and then I'm going to convert it into long text. It is up to you. So I will just convert it into long date string. So remember, this is a function. This is a function. So you have to put the open and closing parentheses. So that's really required. It's a function. So be careful with that. Again, let me just paste it, Control V to paste it one more time. What is the next thing? Next thing I'm going to show is DA. So I'm going to say DA here. So let me just show you the DA here. And I'm going to show the DA here. So what is this DA? How did I get this DA, if you are wondering? So I got this DA because I have already declared the variable DA, H.R.A. and all those things. Those variables, I'm using it there directly. I'm using their values. Here I'm going to Control V over here, and this is the H.R.A. Again, if you're wondering, what I'm typing over here is the variable name H.R.A. So the one that I have calculated here, the same variable name I'm using. And again, so let me press enter. Okay, let me just press enter here, Control V, again paste it, and then you have the Provident Fund PF, and again I have the variable PF there. So I'm going to show the value of that PF there. Again, I'm going to paste it up, and this time it is professional tax PT, and then this is PT. Okay. Again, what else you have? The next one is the gross. So you have this gross, and I'm going to show gross here. Gross, so GROSS, gross. Again, Control V. I'm doing pasting it. Control V to paste it. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. I've already copied it, so I'm just pasting it one after the other. So I don't have to copy it again and again. So I'm going to just use the net here, and net is again calculated. The net is calculated. That's all. So finally, I will remove this plus, and I'm going to put the semicolon to complete it. Remember, this is one full from here to here. So whole thing is one text. So this is only one text full from here to here. It is one single. You can write it in one single line, but that will confuse you. That is why I typed it one after the other. Remember, when you go to the next line, put plus to take it to the next line, put plus, take it to the next line, and so on and so forth. Finally, don't put plus, because finally you have to terminate the string with the semicolon. Now let me go to this label over here. Again, I'm showing you, please don't make this mistake. Right click and then go to the properties and find out what is the name of this label. Name of this label is label 5, and use only that. Okay, so label, and this is you can use the down arrow and press enter, or type it as usual, and then I'm going to say text is equal to whatever string that I have created. What is the string that I created? M salary is the salary that I've just created. So I'll just make one space here. So this string, whatever I've created, I'm going to use it there. So that's it. That's all you need to do here. Just save it, and if I've not done any mistake, I'm going to run this one. Before I run this, I'm going to remove this label which was typed over here. So right click and then go to the properties and just remove this label from here. Just delete that label. Text, I'm removing the text of this label 5. So this text which is there in the label 5, I'm removing it so that it won't appear there. So you notice it's going to look black. Let me run it, and let me just run this application, and you have this application running over here. Let me zoom in for you, and I'm going to type the employee number 101 and say Satish Kumar, some name, and date of birth, some date of birth. So you can click here and just click here again, and you can say this. Okay, so done. Some date of birth was there, and the basic pay is less than 20,000, 15,000. Let me do it. 1, 2, 3, 15,000. Calculate, and it's going to show you the calculated result here. If you change the basic salary as greater than 20,000, calculate here, and it's going to show the values accordingly, the changes. Again, you can just remove the extra spaces here by reducing its size. So if you want, you can just go to this part and then just reduce the size of this form and make it slightly smaller, and then run it so that it looks maybe near perfection. Remember, during the examination, perfection is not required. You need to do something. Okay, Suma Kumari, say, let's say something, and let me click here, and let us take way back to 2014 July, and some date. I've selected it, and let me 23,000, something like that. Okay, done. Calculate, and you get the details over there. Now, some of you may say that, okay, it is showing form 1 here. This is not asked in the examination. Don't try to do the Adhika Prasanga during the examination. What is asked is this one. They have not told you to change the name of the form and other thing. Don't do that thing, and don't waste your time during the examination in doing this. Okay. So all the best for your examination, and let's meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.